going on, guys? See here. Edit video.
There's a lot of fear and uncertainty.
Edit video here, guys. One sec. 4-8. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day. Oops. And I gotta edit this. Just gonna get everything set up, and we will be ready to rumble. Documents. Just gotta get my thumb. There it is. All right. Cool. There's that. Save. Today's 8th. Channel. What is MBRX at? USWS 127. Alright, guys. Cool, there's that. I'm just getting everything set up today, guys. Apologize. Okay, there's that. Put that there. Shrink that down. And then we have trader view. Put that there. Alright, guys. So, today was definitely a good trading day. Basically on one symbol, and that is BIOL. Let me go ahead and go live on Instagram as well. Alright, guys, so there is that. BIOL was the ticker symbol today that definitely I traded well on. I gotta set out an alert for everyone to make sure that I'm live here. What's going on, guys, on Instagram Live? Just give me a second to set everything up, and then I'll be ready to go. So give me about, I don't know, a couple minutes here to set everything up, and then I'll be ready to rumble, guys. Sorry about my hair. I hardly ever see what I look like anymore. And my lips, it's not because I'm a vampire, it's because I drink this beet juice once a week from Costco. So don't worry, I'm not a vampire. It just looks really weird now that I see myself. Is there any reason you're live every time? Yeah, I know. I gotta stop doing that. It's my bad. I gotta stop going live when Trump's live. Alright. So let me post. I'm live. 579 556 579 556. How many cents? 93 cents in 90 days. Alright, there's that. And then I'm going to post on social media quick. Alright, guys. There is that. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started today, guys. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. I'd really appreciate that, guys. Without further ado, let's kind of go ahead and get started today. Right now, I just wanted to get everybody live in here. What's going on Instagram Live? Sorry, guys. I have YouTube as well, so PK, what's going on? So I wanted to go over today's trading day, and basically today's trading day was one ticker, and that is BIOL. BIOL was definitely one of those where, you know, I definitely traded it well, and I definitely am very proud of myself for doing that. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, I made about just over $22,000 on that ticker alone, $31,000 day. Depending on how these REITs do overnight, it could be a big morning. I've officially decided I think I'm going to hold 2 REITs with big size overnight. I don't usually hold things with big size overnight. Very, very, very rarely do I do this. But I think I've decided that I'm going to be holding some REITs overnight for a potential gapper on these names. And I know the risks involved, and I know the potential risks that I'm going to be taking on. But that's just a part of trading. Trading is all about risk reward, guys. And in the end, you know, if you're taking on risk, there's some reward. But if you don't take any risk, there is no reward. So the higher the risk, the bigger the reward, so on and so forth, right? So right now, obviously, the REITs like NYMT, NRZ, GPMT, ERI, NRZ, MFA, those ones are all the REITs that I'm thinking of. I'm thinking since we've kind of sold off so much so quick that these can potentially see some solid movement. Let's see. So yeah, that's kind of been my game plan with those. And you know, at the end of the day, guys, you know, anything can happen with these. I'm just telling you what I'm doing with the NRZ, MFA, things like that. I'm looking for a potential gap up on these REITs, and they could potentially gap up big. They've been sold off huge. I think we're finally getting some stabilization in the market a little bit, which potentially could help these REITs come back. I'm not saying that the markets are at the top by any means. I'm not saying that the markets are, you know, I'm not saying that the markets are stable up here, that we're going to see, any type of substantial returns. All I'm saying is that, you know, I feel like REITs have a if they do gap, I think they gap pretty big. That's if they gap, and that's kind of the reason why I'm taking on that risk. Is, if they do end up gapping, I think they can gap pretty damn big. But if they don't, anything can happen. It's 100% anything can happen. The market is a crazy, crazy place, and in the end, you never really know, what's going on in the markets ever. If we did, then everybody would be millionaires, right? But we don't. So um, that's just the name of the game, guys. So yeah. So I want to go ahead and go over BIOL today and kind of cover that with you guys. As you guys can see, here's all my stats on my challenge, my detailed stats: 50% win, 50% loss, basically. My average losing trade, $892.09. My average winning trade is $2,352.80. Total gains and losses on this account challenge: $579,409.35. Largest gain in one trade, $73,102.25. Largest loss, $12,313.68 on that. Average hold time is about 15 hours. Average hold time losing trades about 14 hours. Max consecutive losses 9. Max consecutive wins is 10. So yeah, that's really just what's been going on. And yeah, so let's go ahead and cover today's trading day. And see if we can go over today's trading day here. Where are we at? All these REITs seem to be moving after hours. What was I gonna cover? Hey Cam, still holding BIOL? No, I'm not. I'm not holding BIOL, up way too much. How did you manage your risk? $1,000 where you started off in this challenge. I'd be a lot more aggressive, especially in the beginning. BIOL, guys. So BIOL, that's not the ticker. So as you guys can see, I made $21,939.29 on this ticker. And we'll go ahead and blow this thing up here. Someone asked me, how are you so level-headed after making so much money? Honestly, just because, I've been here before, and because, at the end of the day, I know as soon as I'm not level-headed is as soon as the markets can gobble me up. And I always have to be level-headed. I always have to be light-headed. I'm always light-headed, honestly. But I always have to be level-headed. And if you're not level-headed consistently, then the market will eat you alive. And that's the truth, I wish I could say differently, but you always have to be level-headed, guys. That's the name of the game when it comes to this stuff, is being level-headed, okay? You cannot trade and have a ton of emotions going through you, okay? You will not succeed if you have a ton of emotions going through you. That's just the reality of it, guys. I'm just gonna be real. So that's why you see me so evenly keeled right now. Yeah, I'm up 31,000, and I'm up over $500,000 in this account challenge, and it's great. But I just gotta come back and do all it over again tomorrow. I gotta stay. It's like the pros, when they're sitting there in the World Series and they're up to bat, they're not freaking out. They're not excited about their at bat. They're not going crazy about what they're doing. They're just sitting there. They know they belong, and then they just settle in and keep a professional, calm-headed mind. Okay, and that's the same thing in trading. As soon as you realize you're up 20,000, you start freaking out. That will be the difference between a successful trader and a non-successful trader. In my opinion, is someone who can't keep a level head, someone who can't keep their emotions in check. And I've worked with people on that before where, they might have all the talent in the world, they might have all the knowledge in the world, but in the end, they don't have the emotional mindset to get them in a place where they can be successful consistently day in and day out. And that's just the God honest truth. I mean, I'm just being completely honest with you guys is, you know, anybody can have the talent. Anybody can have the knowledge. But in the end, do they have the emotional and psychological capabilities to get themselves in a position to be successful and to handle themselves in stocks like this, where a lot of people get way too emotional and don't handle themselves properly, where I let this one pan out and I paid myself out $22,000. I could have made a ton more, plenty of volume, plenty of liquidity, but that's just the way my strategies work in this one. Where am I at here? Sorry. So let's go ahead. Almost made enough to buy your DVD series. That's so cool, man. I look forward to having you as another student. I'm watching you on YouTube instead. Cool. That's awesome to see. How do you get in so fast? Well, so as you guys can see here, my first entries was 39,000 shares. I'm selling them up here. So I bought. Where am I at here? Well, I can't. You see, there's more buys right here. See if okay, so I bought 39,000 shares with a 34.32.106 average, okay, on BIOL. And honestly, I felt like I was chasing a little bit, but I really liked the PR. It came up on the scanner. The scanner helped me find this one. It actually came up on the scanner before the news came out, and that's what I tell you guys a lot of the times. My scanner that we have here at normacnotrading.com is so powerful that I tell you guys sometimes it can be more powerful than a news feed because it has the news before the news actually comes out. BIOL came up on our Normac Parabolic Volume Spike scan, which is a scan that I usually refer to that catches news sometimes before the news actually comes out, and the proof's in the pudding here. At 8:17 and 57 seconds a.m. Pacific Standard Time, BIOL was caught on our scanner at 23 cents. And you can see it alerting here a minute or two later, BIOL 24 cents, BIOL 23 cents, BIOL 23 cents. So we had this about a minute before the news came out. So I actually kind of had it pulled up in a way. I looked at it quick. I want you guys to see that. If you're interested in the scanner, I'll post a link. Because I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, well, now I want the scanner. And a lot of you guys have been asking me a lot about my scanner. And I want to put that here so you guys know exactly which scanner I use at home. Let's see. I'll show you. See here. Copy that. Okay, post that there. So I posted the scanner there. Is my OBS camera still live? It is. So, okay, so those of you guys who don't know, this is what my scanner looks like, okay? Right here. That is my scanner. It's not going to look exactly the same as if you buy it, because I have the options all in one scanner on here, and I actually lined everything up a little differently, but it's the same exact scans as what you're going to get in the all-in-one, okay? Just it's set up a little differently. You can set it up however you want, okay? And I have this on every single morning, and I take about, and those of you guys on Instagram Live, it's right there. Okay. I set this up every morning, okay, at like 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Pacific, roughly somewhere in there. I actually leave it on all night, to be honest. But in the end, guys, you know, I can't stress it enough that, you know, proper tools like my video series guide and, you know, my free chat room, my free daily lesson recaps, my scanners, and my video series guide. I come on every day for free because I'm trying to help you guys. You know, I'm trying to actually show you guys every day what it's like to be in a trader mindset. Even on red days like yesterday. You know, I was a red day for me. But I'm going to come on here, green, red, sunshine, raining. I'll be on here every day. And if I'm not on, then I'll go over the day before the next day. But I'm here to help you guys. You know, in all reality, I don't need the money anymore. To be completely honest, I can be just fine the rest of my life where I'm at. I know how to manage my money properly with credit cards, money market funds, dividends, stocks, things like this. a little bit of angel investing that I can do to, I don't need to do this anymore, but I do it now to give back to the community, to give back to those people on YouTube, to give back to those people that have helped me along my way to get me to where I'm at. And, you know, I know without a mentor, I'm trying to give you guys a mentor, a trader mindset, someone that does it successfully day in and day out, someone that's been able to turn 1,000 into 579,000 in 90 days, all verified and proven on my website, on my streams. Every day I go over this. So hopefully I can create one more person who's motivated, one more person who is who wants it bad enough, and hopefully I can create people that are successful students with my video series guide. And I'm hoping that, my 2 cents on here can change people's lives day in and day out. That's truly what makes me happy these days, is trying to give back to you guys. Eventually, I'm going to do probably in-person, mentorship programs. I'm probably going to, do some Vegas meetups and stuff like this. But, I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys the opportunity to learn what it's like to be in a trader's mindset every single day. I'm going to be honest, I don't love coming on every day on here because I have a lot of stuff that I can do to be productive that's not on here. And it's, 30 minutes out of my day every single day. But what keeps me going is, showing you guys and hopefully motivating you guys that these things are possible, that these things are reality, that these things can happen. And if you learn from my strategies and my processes, I'm hoping that I can give back to you guys in a way that I was never really able to get it quickly. It's basically a learning curve that can speed up your learning process, that can speed up your learning curve, that you don't have to go through so many mistakes all on your own. We have a room full of like-minded, successful traders in our room. We have that hopefully can help that as well. And I'm really hoping that, all these things combined can change your guys' lives in a successful way that you want it to. But you can't just rely on me talking. You have to go out and do it. You have to go out and be motivated. You have to go out and prove to yourself that you can do these things time and time and time again. There's a reason why I made my video series guide that shows you guys exactly my strategies that I used over the past year and a half. It took me over a year and a half to make this guide, guys, and it's the hardest project I've ever worked on in my entire life without any question. Nothing even comes close. Not one school project, probably not even 5 school projects put together. It took me. I have multiple video series editors who helped me. I had multiple friends who helped me figure out, the ins and outs. You guys helped me make it. I had legality people look over it and things like this. It was a process to make, but I did it because I'm hoping that my process and my strategies can help you guys learn what I do and to give back to you guys, and hopefully you can create your own successes in your own way. Because I guarantee you, out of everyone that's bought my guide, no one will ever trade like me. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. Not one person will trade exactly like me. You might have similarities, but you might be different in what you can handle emotionally. You might be different in what you can handle throughout every day, whether it be the morning or the night. You might not be able to handle, as much risk as me. You might not even see things the same way as what I've taught. We're all different I'm not even going to say a fancy word. We're all different up here, guys. But in the end, we're all after the same concept. And the same concept goes like this. Seeing success in the market. Being good at something. Having the drive. Being dedicated to something. And it's not about, the money. You guys are after the money, and I know that. But you can't, I was watching The Profit last night. I watch a lot of business shows every night. That's kind of the way I am. I'm an entrepreneur. I love watching Shark Tank and The Profit. What's going on, Dr. Miami? Good to have you on, man. And I was The Profit last night. Basically, I was saying something like, what's his name? Marcus Lemonis was saying like, a business won't be successful if you want the money now. The business won't be successful if you want it now. If you want quick money, if you want it now. That's not how this works. I can be the first one to attest. You're not going to make money if you want money now, if you don't appreciate watching my guide, if you don't appreciate learning over time, if you don't appreciate, the process of being a successful person, whether it be good at, plastic surgery, or whether it be good at, baseball, or whether it be good at, basketball, or whether it be good at being a financial advisor, or whatever you want to be, whether it be good at video games, or whether it be good at picking flowers, or gardening with Cisco. Those of you guys who know gardening with Cisco is, you're from Washington. Whether it be good at anything, things take time if you want to be successful at it. Those of you guys watching me now who want money quick, who want the quick money scheme, who want the quick money now, who are after just like the thought of just, okay, wow, if I had $31,000 and I made that in one day, what would I do with it? I want that money now. And those of you guys who ask me for $5,000 and $10,000, I don't do that. I want you guys to learn over time. I want you guys to be self-sufficient. I don't really even alert you guys what I'm getting in and out because I want you guys to be self-sufficient traders. I don't want you to get into anything that I'm in because you don't know my thought process. I could have said, I'm long right there, but then what would have done, right? You probably would have sold potentially for a loss. If you would have wicked out on one of these wicks, you could sell for a loss. Or if you start getting long up here and then you get trapped down here, you sell and don't touch it again. Well, guess what? We rebroke the high a day. There's so much mental struggles that can go along with me saying what I'm in and out, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to be self-sufficient for you guys. I'm here to hopefully give you that chance that you've never had with watching my strategies and learning and wanting and being dedicated to your own craft. And if you want it bad enough, then it'll take time, but it will come. For an example, Jordan, okay? We're going to use him as an example. He's been trading for, I think, over 2 years now. And things are coming slower for him. But I'm more proud of him than ever for realizing what he's doing right, what he's doing wrong. And this has been the best 3 days I've ever seen him trade in his career. And I think he'd be the first one to attest to say that. But in the end, it's about having a process, a mindset. But it took him time is what I'm getting at. Trust me, that guy puts in more time than I know anyone does, really. I mean, that guy has the grind. He has the determination. He knows he's going to get there. It's only a matter of when, right? And if you have that mindset, that mentality where it's only a matter of when you're going to get there, then that's the reality. That's the name of the game. That's what we're looking for, right? It's a matter of when, not if. And so, a lot of you guys are asking me for my video series guide now, and I'll post that link there. It's all in the link in the description below. This is what I've been talking about. It goes over all my processes and all my strategies. Basically, it's about 16, 17 hours of content. Yes, it's a long time, but it's like taking a boot camp or a live trading seminar with me, or I have 3 or 4 hours of live trading that I have full commentary on there. You guys have been asking me for live trading. Well, it's on there. You guys have been asking me like a ton of questions. I can almost guarantee you every question that someone has asked me has been answered on this guide. Pretty much every question. Not every single exactly, but for the most part, every question. I put it in the very end because if you watch everything, if you have questions at the very end, I'm hoping to be able to answer all those questions. I have it strategically laid out, and you guys can watch this video to show you guys what kind of you get with that. But here's how it's kind of laid out. I don't want to play it too much, but I can't stress it enough. Having a successful process and a successful strategy is, the only way that you're going to be able to trade successfully in these markets, guys. At the end of the day, guys, you're going to want to, have a successful process and a successful strategy, and if you don't, then you won't see any success. I'm sorry, but you have to have it like this. You come back to the computer every day, and every day you get on the computer, okay, you're not worried, you're not stressed, you're just on there trading like you usually do, and you're building upon your strategies. And I know every time I come on the computer that my strategies put me in a place where I can be successful week to week to week to week to week to week, month to month to month to month to month. Day by day, I might have a red day here and there. I'll be the first one to admit, if you go on my website, you're going to see, my challenge here. You guys can see I have red days. This is my challenge from the very beginning. I have red days. I'm not a robot, okay? Every month I have red days, and it's about, it looks to be about 5 red days a month. This one was a little more than that. Last month I had 4 red days out of the month. The month before that I had 7 red days. The month before that, 4 red days. 5 red days. 2 red days, etc. So I'm not some, crazy robot who doesn't make mistakes. Trust me, I do. But I know my process, I know my strategy, and I know it works day in and day out. Can you say the same for yourself is the question. And if you can't, then you have to work on that. You have to study. You don't have to buy my video series guide. Go through all my YouTube videos. Watch it front and back. It'll take you a lot longer than my guide, but I have plenty of free content in my chat room if you're interested in that. There's so many ways that you can go about trading, guys, that there is no excuse if you want it bad enough. I'm done with ranting. Anyways, you guys can see $31,000 on the day, and here's my trade. So let me go over this. So 34 average on with 39,000 shares. I took everything off at 39 cents for about a 100% gain. I was a $12,600 winner. I immediately saw on the scanner that came up. I then saw on Twitter feed that there was news about the masks or ventilators. When I saw the word ventilator in a tiny stock like this, it didn't matter. I was long and I was holding, and I could have gotten shaken out. In here, I was up like 4 or 5,000. We halted, and I could have held it. I wish I would have held it through this halt because I would have gotten out for like a $15,000 gainer, maybe more, but. You can't say I coulda, shoulda, woulda. And then I started to accumulate on the way down. But it was very, very slowly was I accumulating, okay? And you guys can see, I liked this news, and I liked it enough to where I felt like we were going to start seeing some profit takers, and we're going to start seeing this thing come down. But I felt like with this news and this news alone, that this was going to show a new high a day because of the ventilator news. Ventilator has been a huge thing across this coronavirus news. Trump's been talking about it all the time. People are short on ventilators everywhere. They're very expensive, and I swear we've talked more about ventilators than anything before. So I love the news. I knew that it was going to attract people. So I started kind of taking some small longs, 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares, 3,000 shares, and 9,000 shares, 3,000 shares again, 12,000 shares. I'm starting to take, you notice how I'm taking more size as we go lower, right? Now I'm taking 4,500 shares, another 3,000 shares. Here I am taking 15,000 shares in one buy right here. Notice how when we go lower, I'm trying to bring my average down. This is all just me getting a feel for what's going on. I'm not really taking too much size because I want to have my average in a good position. If we go up and break high a day, at least I'll have something in here. If we don't, I'll take bigger and bigger size, okay, because I love the news. You guys can see I'm taking 15,000 shares here. I think I took a little more than that, but another 2,000 shares on the upside, and I believe that was my last ads. I took 27,000 shares off at 62.37, and I wanted to add with a better average, but I didn't quite get that better average. But I brought it back on for 35,000. I had 38,000 shares in total in here. I know I did. And you can see me scaling out through high day. That's all I wanted to do. I was actually off my screens. I was going to scale another 5,000 shares up on another new break of high a day, but I was away from my screens, and I sold the rest there. And I tried to take one more long on this one in here with about an 87 average on pretty good size. Luckily, I sold out before we saw the sell-off, and now after hours we're seeing a sell as well. I believe I saw someone who scaled out of 2.5 million shares of wow, NRZ. What am I up on NRZ? NRZ, I'm up 6,000 on. That's awesome. So that's a new position that I'm in. It's a REIT. I'm gonna hold it overnight because I do think these REITs can make a bigger move going into tomorrow, like I said. So I'm up another 6,000 on NRZ live with you guys. MFA is another REIT. But anyways, so that's kind of the name of the game, guys. What other, I can go over. I just wanted to go over that one trade because that was my big trade of the day. I took a trade on SPCE. Somebody messaged me saying I'm starting to make good money from your video series and I want to get your scanner. Okay, awesome. Anybody who messages me on DM on Discord, I'll try and help you with the scanner here in a sec. What are we looking at? So SPCE, guys. SPCE, I actually played. This is another news break on the COVID news. It had news about a mask that it was designing. I got long 1508 out 1542 for an $800 winner there. Wish I would have taken more size. Was trying to short TAL. Good thing I covered. Could have been a hell of a loser. But I didn't like the way it was kind of starting to higher lows through VWAP. And, you know, that's the reality of that. You can see kind of, you know, I covered right there, 51.24 for a $460 loser. That could have been a huge loser if I would have held it. Didn't get stubborn, didn't get aggressive, let it go, and that was a good trade on that one. TTWO, $1,200 loser. USWS, damn, that was a USWS. That one killed me. Yeah, I was in this, believe it or not, on USWS big time. At man, where is it? It was like I want to get down there. I can't get down there quite. Come on. Okay, what's going on here? 35 cents. 35 cents. I had 9,000 or 3,000 shares at 35 cents. This thing's up to $1. I got out at 46 cents for like a 40% move. But I could have made a couple $1,000 on a small share size like that because it went up so much. Oh, good. But let's see here. What else did I trade? Let's go ahead and go over one more trade. There's a lot of them that I made today, but the main ones. Let's see. MBRX, I made 2,600 on. MBRX, I made 26. Let's go over that one. That one was a solid winner. MBRX, I was just all over the place, scattered. I basically started taking size in here and scaled out up at 161 with a 151 average, $2,600 winner. I didn't like, so I started to like this one, but then I realized I started looking on my scanner, and the scanner showed that it had already traded 60 million shares. How much shares did it trade today in the end? Oh my gosh. Okay. It traded 170 million shares today. I don't remember last time I seen that. It's been a while. Let's look at the 1 year and see what that looks like. Yeah, look at that. That's what I thought. Look at that. 170 million shares traded. So what does that tell me? Well, it tells me there's a lot of people interested, but it also tells me that this stock is not very easily going to go up. There's a lot of sellers on the ask, and that's what I kind of ran into. Every time we'd break through a wall, there was a huge ask that we had to get through every single time. And as I was getting in that, I looked at my scanner and I realized it was already trading 60 million shares, and every time there was an ask, it would be like 300 lot, 400 lot. I don't love to see that. And the bidders weren't being very strong on the flip side either. I will take stocks like that, but I won't do it like that because it was just so much was on the ask every single time. Too much volume and not enough movement, you know? Basically, what I call it is volume without movement. There's so much volume but no movement, and that's kind of what was going on. So I didn't love it. So I got out, and then I got out the last little bit of 151, and I was not interested in it the rest of the day because of the lot of volume, no movement type mindset that I was in. Still $2,600 on that one, and that's basically it, guys. I don't really have anything else that I mean, there's a couple of miscellaneous trades, but overall, guys, you know, that's just the way it is. I'm hoping that you guys have a great trading day tomorrow. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. I've been on here for 40 minutes, way too long, okay? I got to go out and get some fresh air, maybe go on a walk. Alright, I appreciate you guys' time. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. Click the link in the description below if you're interested in the free chat. If you're interested in the video series guide or my scanners, DM me. My Discord name is Cam the Man. My Discord name is Cam the Man. If you come into the chat, you're going to see me. I'm right here. Click that. Message me. That's me. Feel free to message me. Reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you. Alright, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon to alert you if I make new videos. It's also in the link in the description below. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.